Hello, this is Ian with Veridisc, and welcome back for another comparison video. Today I have for you the Squatch Legend comparing with the Ridge Roller Customs V4 The Ridge backpack. Moving forward in this video, I'm going to refer to the Squatch as just the Legend, the model name, and then as far as the V4 goes, it's just going to be called the Ridge. This is version 4. This is the latest iteration of this particular backpack, and this is the newest backpack to the market that just got released, or just basically got put in stock a week ago. So let's dive into it and see how these backpacks stack up. Alright, quick note on these backpacks. The Ridge is made of a 1000D. It does not say on the website whether it's a 1000D Cordura or a 1000D nylon. So just keep that in mind. And it's a 1000D all throughout the backpack. Whereas the Legend, it is a 500G Cordura on top, all up here, and then a 1000D Cordura on the bottom, which is the hull pocket, or the pocket over here, along with the bottom piece right here. So those are the materials that go into these backpacks. The other thing is that these are actually priced the same. I believe the Ridge brand new is $269.99. This one brand or $269 or $259, whereas the Legend is $259. Right now, the Ridge is on sale due to Black Friday, and the Legend is not. It's at the regular price of $259. The other thing to note is that the Ridge does come in 8 different colors. This is the red and black is what I have here, but it does come in an array of different colors if you want to go to their website. And there are different color options for the Ridge. The Legend only comes with 2 different colors, green and orange, and then what I have here is charcoal and orange, although the website says charcoal and salmon. It looks a little bit more orange in person, but it's going to be described as charcoal and salmon. All right, let's dive into it. So let's start off with the putter pouch. As you can see, the Ridge does sit a little bit taller, so I'm going to address why it's taller before we head into the putter pouch. So the Ridge itself sits about 20 inches tall, and the Legend sits about 18 3/4 inches tall, which is 19 inches. So this one sits about 1 inch to 1.5 inches tall. The reason for that is because the Ridge is the only backpack on the market that is being sold pretty much in bulk, is because it has a stool built in. There's other backpacks that come prior to this bag that has a stool built in, but as of right now, in this price range, this is the only backpack that has a stool built in. So that's why it sits a little bit taller. It's going to be heavier as well. So we can go ahead and get the weight out of the way before we dive into the rest of the bag. So the Legend, I've taken the weight of the Legend like 5 times already. So the Legend is 3.7 pounds. The website says it's 3.5 pounds, so that's close enough. We'll see what the Ridge weight is. So the Ridge is going to be, you're looking at 7.5 pounds. So I do believe it's between 7 and 7.5 pounds. So I've seen people weigh it at 6.9 pounds. I mean, my scale's not perfect, but I think it's around the 7-pound mark versus the 3.7 pound mark. So it's almost twice the weight empty. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's dive into the putter pouch. On the Ridge, it's got this putter pocket up here. It does not come from the top. It actually comes from the front because the top is a seat, like I said earlier. And I do like that they have this little bit of a sewn-in accordion part here. The reason for that is that when you put the putter in here, you can actually close that back up. Due to that accordion sewn portion right there, it kind of stretches the flap out a little bit to help close that up. Otherwise, when you are not using it to close it up, you can leave it open like this and the accordion piece folds back down. So I think that's a nice feature on this particular bag, and your disc will be sticking out right there. So that's the putter pouch. On the Legend, the putter pouch has a dual zipper, and the flap opens like this. Opens forward, kind of similar to the one that's on the Ridge. It's got a little bit of a padding, and then interior is just a big cavernous space. Below this space, there is a little bit of a small pocket here, or a pouch. That is to help fold the flap inside like that. And that kind of holds it in place so that your discs aren't causing this flap to be pulled in and out of the pocket when you're using the putters. So that's the putter pouch on the Legend compared to the Ridge. Moving on from there, the Ridge has a part that is kind of similar to the Grip EQ's all-in-one pouch, but this is actually made big enough. I call this the middle pocket because if you open this up, it's got this nice embroidered logo of the Ridge Roller Customs logo right on here, and it is embroidered in black against the red background. Again, the 1000D right here, and you open that up and it's just a huge pouch that you can put discs, jackets, towels, whatever you want right in here, your phone, your keys, it's all just going to fall right in here. The thing about this particular pocket is that once I open this up, the pocket is adjustable in terms of what angle and how much of an angle going down you want, because there is a Velcro piece that is attached. You can kind of hear it like that. Back here behind this pouch, and that Velcro piece kind of adjusts up and down to give you as much slack or as little slack as you want. So that's the middle pocket. On the Legend, it doesn't really have that kind of setup with the middle pocket. However, it does have this little flap that's on the main compartment right here, and the Ridge doesn't really have that, but the Ridge does have a main compartment just like the other bag with a dual zipper, and it does lift up just like that. It's got the Velcro piece. That Velcro piece is going to attach to a Velcro strip that's down here. So if I do like that, it kind of holds it up like that. Kind of similar setup on the Legend here. If I unzip this, again, it's got this little flap right here. You can put discs in here, but as far as the main compartment, you lift that up and you got this Velcro that it gets attached to this part of the Velcro that's in here, just like so. And that holds the flap up so that it's not in the way of your discs. The interior liner is a different color. It contrasts with the dark exterior of the bag, which I really like. As far as the Ridge goes, the interior is going to be all black. However, you do see the skeleton of the stool that's right in there. It is made of aluminum, and it's a very sturdy aluminum skeleton to hold the bag. It does two things. It functions as keeping the shape of the bag, and it also functions as a stool. So this bag is a little different from this bag, but the price point is so good for what it is. Moving on from there, you have the Ridge, again, the name of the bag embroidered at the bottom, and there's a little bit of a kind of a plastic or cardboard or hard cardboard piece that kind of keeps this, gives it a little bit more shape. These buckles right here on the Ridge are to help buckle it to the roller. Basically, it's a cart roller that Ridge Roller Custom makes, so that's a little different from the Legend itself here. On the Legend at the bottom, it's just a 1000D Cordura, and there's nothing else there versus the Ridge. If we move to the bottom of the bags, it's a little different down here. The Ridge itself has these rubberized feet. They also have screws in them. The screws are there to screw the bottom portion of the stool in place so that it keeps the whole entire bag, the shell of the bag, all wrapped around the stool and all connected so that it's not going to come off. So that's why these are here. But it also has this like truck bed, very tough, very sturdy, like it's a really thick rubberized, almost like a truck bed liner material on the bottom of the Ridge right here. So it prevents water from coming in. Along with these little rubberized feet, it kind of keeps the bag off the ground. So a lot of really thick, sturdy material on the Ridge, and I think that's what adds to the weight of the bag besides the aluminum stool frame itself. As far as the Legend goes, you just have a very soft 1000D Cordura on the bottom. There is no plastic or no foam or anything on the bottom here. It's just a soft material on the bottom right here. But it's a 1000D Cordura, so it's going to last just probably almost as long as this setup over here, if not a little bit longer. As far as water goes, the Legend itself is double coated with an with a water resistant chemical, so it does not really need a rain fly. And because for that reason, so I don't think it's going to have much of an issue with water getting in. And whereas this is more of a physical way of keeping water out. So that is the bottom of the bag. We're going to move to the side of the bags here. the side of the bag's profile is a little different. Right on the ridge, we have a giant pocket that runs from almost the top of the bag all the way to the bottom of the bag, and it's very wide. So let's go ahead and take a measurement of that right now. Back of the bag to the front of the bag. Let's see how wide this is. It's roughly 9 3/4 compared to, I'm just gonna eyeball it here, compared to, let's see, 10 inches. So they're actually almost the same width, it looks like, once I measure it out. So that's actually not bad for a bag this size. On the side of the big pocket, there is a pocket that goes all the way down. You also have pencil pockets at the top right here. And they are color coded just like the rest of the red accent of the bag, so I like that touch. This pocket is also Velcro, so you can personalize it with your own patches right on there. You can put your mini right out here, so that is a really nice touch on that bag. And then there's another pocket down here for more minis or for more things, whatever you want to put in there. If I open this up, inside the pocket itself has a black lining. It also has a pocket at the top with a Velcro to keep it down. So you put your phone in here, your wallet, your keys, whatever you want in here. Nothing on the outside of the flap here, but then the rest of the bag, there's also another pocket at the end right here. It's not elastic or anything, but there is a pocket regardless. This particular bag does come with a rain fly. It has its own rain fly. It is not purchased separately, so that comes with the bag itself. So I want to let you guys know that. So I did include that in the weight because that's how this bag is shipped. And then the rest of the side is a very nice cup holder. The cup holder does have a little bit of a drain at the bottom, and it's got the Wings Disc Golf logo embroidered right in there. And the cup holder is insulated with a little bit of rubber finish or nylon finish right there. As far as the Legend goes, it comes with this nice big pocket, double zipper right here. Inside this particular pocket has a cooler pouch that comes with it, and all of their bags comes with this cooler pouch. And if you open this up, the top part of it does have the Squatch logo. It does have the insulated part right here. It's very well insulated, and you can put your ice in here and your cold drinks in here, and that comes with the bag itself. Otherwise, the rest of the pocket is just one empty pocket. Okay, and then moving on from there, this particular pocket right here does have a little bit of a strap, like a material here to help pull it up, and it's magnetic closure. It's got the Squatch logo printed on there. It's also got the little Squatch logo inside of it as well that matches with the zipper colors, which I think is a nice touch. This is for your phone. My phone does not fit in here, but you can use for other items in here, like candy bars or things of such nature. And then as far as the big pocket goes, it is double zipper, just like the Ridge here. And then inside of it, the flap, it has a pocket right here. It also has, these are divided into little sections, and you can put your pencil pockets or your markers, pencils, or your markers right in here. The rest of the pocket is just one giant cavernous open space. All right. So then to the other side of the bag itself, right on the Ridge itself here, more Velcro pieces, except this side, they've decided to make more pencil holders and more marker holders right there for you. And then that same big pocket on the bottom, that same cooler holder, cup holder on the bottom as well. So it's almost identical in terms of what's on this side. This Velcro does come off, and you can actually personalize it with your own Velcro right now. And then as far as the rest of the pocket goes, you open that up, and it's got the same pouch inside with the Velcro piece. And then if you go all the way to the bottom, it doesn't have that small pocket at the bottom like it does on the other side. Actually, it does. I'm sorry. It is identical in terms of inside the pocket itself. All right. So there you go. And then as far as the Legend goes, on this side, this pocket is a little different. It does not house a cooler, but it does house a divider right in here, this little divider. It is not adjustable. It is removable, so you can actually take it out and use it to hold discs if you wanted to. And then the Squatch logo is printed on here. And then on this side, it's got little mole straps. You can hook your towels or your carabiners or whatever you want on this side. The rest of the pocket inside here does have the same pocket on the flap right here. And then this pocket, instead of it being sectioned off for a pencil holder, it's just one big pocket and I can fit my whole entire hand in there. And then the rest of the pocket is just up and down, just like on the other side. One thing I do want to note that this bag has that the Ridge does not have is that it has a bladder holder. So inside the putter pocket, there is a zipper right here. And you can actually unzip this. And inside, it's a huge pocket. Look how far my hand goes down, almost all the way to my elbow. This is where you would put a water bladder if you wanted to hold your water bladder. Instead of using these pockets to hold your drinks, then you can take the divider out and hold discs and other items if you're going to use a water bladder. Moving to the back of the bags here. So what we got going on here are some really nice straps. I want to say that one of my most favorite straps on disc golf bags to date is probably the Ridge V4. First of all, these straps are removable, which is amazing. Second of all, they have this 1000D material on here, and the padding is so plush. It's thick and plush, which is hard to find sometimes because a lot of times thick material tends to be a little bit too firm. Well, this is not firm at all. This is plush material. These straps are removable. The way they are removed is that there is an elastic band that covers the screws, and then if you lift that up, you can expose the screws, take those screws out, and then the straps come off, and then you can just reach out to Ridge Roller and order some new straps, and that way you don't have to get a whole new entire bag, which I really like that feature. That is not the case for the Legend right here. The Legend is just sewn in, so once these straps go, you do have the option to buy a new bag, or potentially just kind of jerry-rig it and fix it, or ask them to fix it for you if they can. The Legend straps has these D-rings. I think they're a little too low. I think wish they were up a little bit higher, so or somewhere up here, so that way I can hook my towels without the towels dangling on the ground. It does come with a chest strap. It also comes with the elastic band right here. This is to help tidy up the excess strap on both sides. I think that's a really nice feature to have on a backpack. As far as the Ridge goes, it has the same elastic band right here to tidy up the excess stress. So I think that's a nice touch that this particular bag has it. As far as sternum strap, this does come with a sternum strap as well. This also has these little mole hoops here. It also has this strap, this buckle right here. What this buckle does is that it helps, again, attach this to a roller cart that's available by Ridge Roller. So this backpack is versatile in terms if you were to keep it within the same lineup as a Ridge Roller Customs products, because they do have available carts for this particular bag. Their carts can also be used for other backpacks too. I have a video on that if you want to check that out. As far as the rest of the back goes, there are two really big mesh material. This is probably about an inch thick. It's super thick. And then you got two parts up here and then one at the bottom here. This all helps keep the bag off your back and create some airflow with these channels. So there's a very nice thick padding with the mesh material on the back of the Ridge itself. As far as the Legend goes, the padding is thick. It's very firm. It's not as soft and plush like the one on the Ridge here. However, you still have this padding in the back, and it's a good size padding. I wouldn't say it's about ½ an inch, but there's really no channels to flow like there is on the Ridge itself. So that is the exterior of the bag that I've gone over. Let's go ahead and fill these bags up with discs and see how they stack up against one another. All right, bags are filled up with discs. There's not a lot of stuff in these side bags because I don't normally go through the contents of what's in them because people carry different things. So it's kind of slim, but you can stuff this particular bag out really wide. A lot of stuff in here. But regardless, I just put some discs in here so you guys can see what the capacities are in terms of how many discs you can carry, and then we can go over like basically maximum what I think these bags can carry and then minimum what I think these bags can carry. So right now, on the Ridge itself, the putter pocket, I have 3 discs in here. The middle pocket, I'm going to go ahead, I wanted to leave this flap open so I can show you. Some people leave this flap open. What I do with this flap is I fold it down like this. And that, I have not had a problem doing it that way with the flap folded down. I can get my discs in and out just fine, and they don't really pull on this flap back out. So that's how I would carry it, and I have not had issues with it falling out either. So I got 3 putters on the top here. I believe I've got 5 discs in this main compartment. Yes, I got a putter and 3 drivers in here, and then 16 discs in the main bottom compartment right here. So 3 in the putter pocket, 5 in the middle pocket, and then 16 in the main compartment. The reason why only 16 can fit here, even though this is a really wide opening, is because of this frame in here. So you do lose some disc space, but you gain a frame for your seat, so you're not having to carry an extra seat. So you kind of like pick and choose what you want to do. So there's 16 discs in here, and this for me is comfortable. I can pull it in and out like so, and it comes in and out just fine. If I try to put a 17th disc in here, that's when we get a little tight. And if I try to pull this out, I'm having to fight with this, and it is a lot of work, and there's no give because this aluminum frame, it just does not have a give for you to kind of push the fabric or the discs to one side a little bit to get it out. So 16 is what I'm able to carry in here comfortably. This is a combination of fairway drivers and distance drivers down here. The middle pocket right here, like I said, it is adjustable, so you can take this inner pocket with the Velcro and adjust it up so that it's not pointing down so much, and that way it's not going to eat in the main compartment as much. But I have it on the lowest setting right now because I do like my disc to kind of sit up so it doesn't fall out. So there are 5 discs in here. I'm pretty positive you can probably fit 6 discs in here, just like that, and it's not protruding out as much as you can see. So I think from that standpoint, it can carry 5 to 6 in that compartment right there very comfortably. There's a putter in here that I have in here, so but just know that sometimes this pocket is so big it'll eat your disc and you might lose it and you might think you lost a disc, but it might be in this pocket. The putter pocket, I got 3 discs in here, so 3 is semi-comfortable. I prefer 2 because it is easier to take it in and out like so. Like, you know, this is 2 putters. This is nice. It comes in and out really nice. But if you put 3, it can work, but just know that it might take over time, a little bit more time for this to actually be more comfortable in terms of pulling it in and out. Like I said, with the accordion, if you just pull it up like this with the accordion, and then you can actually zip it close open. So it does work, as you can see right there. All right. As far as the Legend goes, there are 5 putters in the putter pocket. There are 19 in here, 2 in here, and the side pocket can be used to hold discs, and there's 6 discs in the side pocket right here. The Ridge doesn't really have a side pocket in terms of, you know, the long pocket, one that's not the long pocket. But the long pocket, it is so big that you can actually put discs in here. It fits perfectly. Probably 2 to 3 discs in here. So right now I have the Rainfly in there, so it doesn't look like it, but you can fit the disc in here because it's just so wide, and you can actually zip it up without a problem. See that? So it does work very well to hold this if you wanted to, but what that does is that takes away space for your hoodies, your tournament supplies that you want to carry along, your drinks, your extra snacks, and all that good stuff. So just know that these pockets can be used to hold discs on the Ridge. The same can be said for the Legend, but I don't fill it up with discs because these pockets do such a good job of holding disc already. So let's go ahead and, the other thing I want to point out is that on the Legend, the pocket itself right here, this little pouch that I mentioned earlier that holds the flap, sometimes if you put the disc down in front, it can actually catch on that little pouch. So what I would recommend is take this and put it in between 2 discs, and that way you won't have that problem in catching it. So there's 5 putters in here. This pocket can accommodate 6. So with 5 putters, I can pull it in and out just fine. If I put a 6th one in here, it gets a little tight and it's hard to get the discs in and out of the pocket. So I don't recommend putting 6, but if we're talking about maximum storage disc capacity, then this can carry 6 on this pocket, 6 on this pocket. Right now, this pocket has a cup holder, which I'll go over in a minute. But if I was to use this only to hold disc, we got 6, 6, and 6, that's 18, plus 19 right here. 19, I can pull the disc in and out just fine, but 20 is a little tight, so if we're doing maximum 20, then I would do 6, 6, 6, that's 18, plus 20, that is 38, plus 2 right here, and these 2 come out very smooth and buttery. That's 40 discs on the Legend itself, and it holds it comfortably with very minimal issues. The Ridge itself, we have 3 up here, we have 16, that's 19, plus 5 is 25 discs. If you were to use the side pockets, you can put 2 or 3 drivers in each side. So 25 discs plus 6 is 31 discs. You're looking about roughly 24 to 30 discs with this bag. But with this bag, if you do 30 discs, you're compromising the space that's in this pocket to carry other items. So just keep that in mind. Last but not least, we're going to talk about the drink holders. So right now I have a very big water bottle in the Legend's pocket. The Legend has, basically what they did was they took this pocket and just divided it in half. So this is a water bottle that's really tall. I'll tell you guys what the height of this is, because I think this is going to be a question for some people. This water bottle is 11 inches tall, okay? It has the same diameter as a regular Nalgene bottle, but it just happens to be 11 inches tall, which is a lot taller than most water bottles. It fits very nicely in the Legend. And then this pocket, again, it's identical for the Ridge on both sides. It fits this small one fine, but if I try to fit a Nalgene diameter size bottle with this texture on it, it's a little snug, and it doesn't hold it as well because this is so tall. But if it's an Nalgene bottle, it'll hold it just fine. But putting it in is fine. Trying to get it out, I kind of have to wiggle a little bit. It still works, don't get me wrong. It has no problem holding it. Just know that this is what you're going to have to look at if you're going to use a big bottle like this. But a small bottle like this, it fits perfectly fine. All right, so that's all I have for you on the comparison of the 2 bags. These are priced very similar. You have a $259 bag on the Legend. You have a $259 bag, I think $269 bag on the Ridge. So they are very, very similar in price. You have 2 different kinds of bag, one with the stool, one without, except the Legend carries a ton of discs. I think its purpose is to be a very quality bag at a very reasonable price. The reason why I say that is because it's made out of a 500D Cordura and a 1000D Cordura. I don't know what kind of D this has. I don't know if it's a 1000D nylon or 1000D Cordura. That does make a difference if you guys look at the materials themselves. But either way, both bags are great for the price, and that's why I want to do a comparison and show you guys what these bags are capable of. All right, I'm gonna head out of here. Have a good holiday. Have a good Black Friday weekend, and then I'll see you in the next video.